Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Monday Madness. I am your host, My Drake, and I am joined here with Crazy D, Danny.
Oh my God, Eli, you just blow me away. I mean, come on, get some caffeine in you. What is up? I mean, Monday Night Raw sucks. But, I mean, really, man, didn't you get your fix when you saw Becky Lynch come out?
Yeah, I mean, what happened to Beat the Clock Challenge? I mean, that's not how you did Beat the Clock Challenge from the Attitude Era, but we are in the new era, and it seems like that should have stayed in the Attitude Era.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with you on that. I mean, right now, there's just, no more feeling like beat the clock. It's like beat my meat before, you decide to finish the match. Will I come before you finish? We will never know.
Right.
I mean, shit. She had a minute and 15 seconds, a minute and 25 seconds. I only got 35. Damn. I mean, they were good 35. Don't get me wrong, but damn.
Man.
But what do you think about this beat the clock? Other than
I don't know. I mean, Rhonda still doing this break kayfabe gimmick. That's the thing that they got her going on, this break kayfabe gimmick, because she's saying that all their matches are gimmicks and it's a fake. So let's just get this over with.
But they're really trying to push her as being this big old heel. Can you really see Rhonda being a heel?
No. I mean, if Becky was never involved, I think a whole lot of people would be still cheering for her. But the only reason why since Becky got involved, people started booing her, and that's the reason why she really turned heel.
Really? I mean, Becky being there or not, people were booing her because she sucked.
Well, yeah, she do got to work on her wrestling a little. I mean, she still got to adapt to it, got to work on her promo skills. Definitely got to work on that.
Her wrestling skills are subpar at best, okay?
Yeah.
She's not a bad wrestler. She's a bad mic skills. She's really got some bad mic skills.
Yeah.
She reminds me of a toddler going out there and says, I can do this too, Daddy. I can do this.
How many times she gonna drop the mic and then pick it up and then drop it again and pick it up and then drop it again?
Come on, people. All right, blah, 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 blah. Mic drop. I forgot something.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
And then I forgot something else.
Your tentacles are showing. So, fuck. Next time, man, all out there acting like, I'm going to be able to do this. I'm the best. I'm Ronnie, whatever.
Right.
I think it's a little right because you're not Ronnie and you're not Ronnie. When you're Ronnie, you might have some balls behind there, and that might be your gay lover, but you never know.
Yeah, man. I mean, this was just to bury the Riot Squad. Let's put it like that. That was just to bury the Riot Squad.
I mean, are they trying to bury the Riot Squad, or are they trying to push them? Because honestly, this is the lowest thing of the Riot Squad right now.
Well, yeah, that is true. I mean, because they've been slowly trying with Liv Morgan after Brie Bella did what she did with her head, but Brie Bella said she was sorry and has forgiven her. I think that's the main reason why she retired, because she realized that she has a whole lot of ring rust.
Ring rust? Or is that ball juice in her face? I mean, the girl is not just ring rust, she's just sad. I mean, what skills does she have besides what her knee pads do for her?
Ralph Wells, I think Shayna is going to get called up after Mania, because there's plans for Shayna. If Shayna gets called up, then Marina Shafir is going to get moved to the Undisputed Era, and then Jessamyn Duke is going to get pushed as a singles character.
So, they're not going to bring up the MMA female chick, the Horseman?
Nah, I don't think they're going to bring them up just yet, because Marina Shafir and Jessamyn Duke still needs more time in NXT.
They're still green.
Huh?
They're still green. They're still right behind the edge.
Yeah, I mean, they still might do that. I think probably at Survivor Series or probably at WrestleMania 36. But right now, it's not on the cards for right now. I mean, I think if they do bring up Shayna Baszler, she'll probably team up with Ronda Rousey to go after the women tag team titles.
Well, I don't think we're going to get an 8-hour WrestleMania this year.
Oh, we are.
Well, did you not see the promo or the little tease that what they're going to have?
No, I didn't see that, but it's still going to be 17 matches.
Okay, so we're going to get an 8-hour show, and this is going to last past midnight?
I think so. Because it's still going to be 17 matches. You got the Andre Memorial Battle Royal, and then you got the Women's Battle Royal that's scheduled to still be announced.
I don't know about that, because they're going to do the pre-show 5 o'clock at the USA Network. They already said the pre-show is going to be on USA Network.
That's cool. But it's still going to be 17 matches. I mean, this is going to be the longest WrestleMania since WrestleMania 33.
Okay.
So you got 17 matches to look forward to. But after that, we had, the first match after that, Finn Balor beat it. Finn Balor versus Jinder Mahal and Bobby Lashley due to Lio Rush getting murdered by Braun Strowman again.
Oh, yeah, hey, I want to give a shout out to Chris. Happy birthday.
Right.
On WCC.
Oh, I hope that is not true.
What?
Ralph just said in the 205 Live title on the pre-show. I hope not. I hope the Cruiserweight title is not on the pre-show.
Wow. So it's going to be on the pre-show, and wow. Like, seriously, bro?
If it's on the pre-show, then that's messed up. Then what do you have the Cruiserweights there for? I mean, yeah, there is no problem with it being on the pre-show, but still. Show the Cruiserweights some respect.
I thought the 205 had surpassed and become great.
Exactly, as in the general manager words, Dave Maverick. I think Dave Maverick, I hope he brings that up saying the Cruiserweights need to be on the WrestleMania card. That's the main reason why y'all lost Austin Aries. That's the main reason why y'all lost Neville. Well, not the main reason why y'all lost Neville. The main reason why y'all lost Neville is because y'all wanted him to lose again to Enzo Amore.
And I didn't see the point of them losing the first time.
Yeah.
What is up, James? Did you watch Becky Lynch tonight?
I don't, well, shoot, I don't know right now, Ralph. I don't think it's going to be on the pre-show. I hope it's not, because Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese, that's going to be a classic.
Ralph, we're not going to call them the Job Squad. We're going to call them the Jobber Squad.
Man, we do not know what matches for the pre-show. I mean, so far we had, 3 to 2 matches announced on Raw today for WrestleMania. We had Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre confirmed. Then we had the Raw, actually the women's tag team titles match confirmed, saying, and I guess it's just going to be Raw and SmackDown. Still hoping an NXT team will be in the match, but right now it's just Raw and SmackDown.
I mean, for now, it's just Raw and SmackDown. We still got a whole other week to build this women's tag team match.
Yeah. I mean, they started with Raw, and you got 2 matches from Raw, one Samoan team, and then the Divas of Doom. And then you went to SmackDown, and you got the Iconics. And then over in NXT, you have been feuding with the Sky Pirates.
The Sky Pirates, more like the Butt Pirates. Because they do have an ass. I don't care.
Hey, who you telling?
I know, right? And another thing, James, I thought it was awesome that Becky Lynch did beat the clock because it makes Ronda Rousey look like a chump.
Ralph, the IC title match is Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley.
And then that match was even spectacular. That match is like, all right, we're going to give Finn Balor the push he deserves. Bobby Lashley, they go over and take it. I mean, Leo Rush.
Bobby Lashley, shoot, he still wants to battle Brock Lesnar. I don't know when that's gonna happen. And they need to build for Asuka. That's gonna happen this coming tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. It's gonna be a fatal 4-way to see who faces Asuka between Carmella versus Naomi versus Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville.
Now, don't quote me on this, but I think they're going to try to push for a fatal 5-way. At least that's what I'm hoping for.
A fatal 5-way for WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Hey, that'll make Asuka look really strong and let her have her huge WrestleMania moment. Even though she should have had it when she was the Royal Rumble winner, but still.
Yeah, because tomorrow I think either they're going to throw out the match by his publication and just put all the girls in it. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, if you're right, then shoot. Hey, shoot. What happened to the Land of Opportunity, SmackDown?
Exactly, because I mean, right now they don't have anything for Asuka. So I think they're trying to build it up where she is going to have a big push in WrestleMania. If they don't, they're going to miss out on the biggest opportunity for the.
I know, and you don't wanna lose Asuka in WWE. I mean, that's gonna seem like a huge blow. I mean, it may not look like it, but that's gonna seem like a huge blow if they lose Asuka or if they lose Shinsuke Nakamura. I mean, they.
Man, I'm with Ralph. I would rather see Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal title.
Hey, that's what was pushing for it. Yeah, Ralph. I'd rather see Lashley versus Brock than Seth. Well, yeah, but you gotta put it like this. I mean, Brock and Lesnar. Brock and Seth have history because Seth Rollins did win the match. Well, he did cash in and win the title when it was Lesnar versus Reigns at WrestleMania 31.
Hey, Jamie, how's it going? Herbert is out getting some cheeseburgers for the Muppet. But what other matches were on tonight? Let's just go through them and see what
The first match I already said, it was Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley and Jinder Mahal with the Singh brothers and Leo Rush at ringside. Finn Balor won with the coup de grace on Jinder Mahal. Bobby Lashley got upset because he now knows that he has to face Finn Balor at WrestleMania. And then he starts beating up the Singh brothers, and then he spears Jinder Mahal.
Let me put this info. Jamie, we were talking about Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley because we think that's a better match. But continue, you mind?
Right. Hold on.
Gender my balls. Yeah, gender my balls. Gender, me rebels, come in.
We had, shoot, backstage, yeah. So Michael Cole mentions that they have a musical guest and the music for WrestleMania, and the musical guest is none other than Elias. Elias.
Elias. He's starting to grow on me. I mean, Elias isn't a bad guy. But the way they're using him on the main stage is pretty much of a joke.
Right. And then we have a tag team match. The Revival versus Aleister Black and Ricochet.
Now, are they just trying to job the hell out of Aleister Black and Ricochet?
Well, I mean, Aleister Black and Ricochet did win the match with Aleister Black hitting the Black Mass on Wilder, and then Scott Dawson eating the 630 senton from Ricochet, and then Ricochet gets the pin.
I mean, they're winning right now, but even jobbers get a win.
That's true.
I mean, look at Jinder Mahal.
I think they setting up this match because I think it's going to be the Revival versus Ricochet and Aleister Black, or it could be a multi-tag team just like on SmackDown. It could be the Usos versus the Hardys, or it could be a multi-tag team match for the championships.
Now, I know this is like a fantasy of mine, but I really want to see a tag team or a ladder match. Or both.
WWE said ladder matches would be too messy, which is stupid.
Oh, that's so retarded.
Yeah, which is stupid. I mean, they going so far as to edit out the chair shots in their videos.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm very serious.
We're no longer the street. We are just CG with the diaper on.
But yeah, Aleister Black and Ricochet won that match. Drew McIntyre is out. He said he starts talking about Roman Reigns. This prompted Roman music to hit and Michael Cole with his usual line, "Here comes the big dog."
Yeah, Ralph. They put the belt on the Revival so they can be like, look, now you mean something. Fuck the Revival.
The Revival wants to bring back the classic tag team titles.
Yeah, because doesn't the tag team titles look like, let's sponsor by children condoms. Please, don't forget to neuter and save your weird family members.
This prompted Reigns to come out and he says Roman accepts your challenge, but this is not Roman you're talking to. He says, don't ever mention my kids or my wife again. And then he starts brawling. This prompted Drew McIntyre to go low with the low blow, and then hits Roman Reigns with a Claymore kick.
Now, see, I enjoyed that part of Raw because I thought that was awesome. I didn't watch it, but I could hear it, and I thought that was pretty awesome. I mean, that's more believable than this bullshit Ronda Rousey promo.
Right.
I mean, that's all I heard from her. I was like,
and then Drew McIntyre backstage, he's walking, and then he walks up on Dean Ambrose backstage. Dean says he didn't like him calling him a cockroach and that he exterminated him. Dean says, I'm still standing. See if you can do it again. But this time in a last man standing match. And then Drew McIntyre says, I don't know how you're standing, but after tonight, you won't be.
I wish they would. What do you wish they would, Ralph? Let us know.
Did they put the belts on... did they put the belts on the Revival just so they wouldn't ask for their release? No, they asked for their release, but they got denied. And they ain't leaving WWE until the year of 2021. They're still signed to WWE until 2021.
Well, my thought is the opposite. I think that they asked for a release and WWE was like, here's your lollipop.
No, they asked for their release, but they were denied, just like Mike Kanellis and Maria Kanellis.
Okay. I guess this is a WBPW question. Herbert versus James Ellsworth. Now, it's not James Ellsworth. It's
to win the managerial contract of Imai. Go in the corner, Jamie. My client Imai is not for sale. He is his own man. He is still pissed that he lost to the man that needs to be in jail.
Jamie, I need you to tell Donovan that we need Herbert versus Nighthawk at Resolution, because we need the two old people to go against each other in a last man standing.
We have next match. We have Sasha, which we already seen already. Sasha Banks versus Natalya. Nobody won. Disqualification. Nia Jax and Tamina came out, and they beat up Tamina. No, they beat up Natalya. They beat up Bayley. And, well, Sasha Banks won by DQ because Tamina kicked her in the face. And
right.
yeah.
Okay, hey, Imai, I got a serious question. This is like a very serious question.
What?
Who's got a nicer ass? Nia Jax or Bayley? And then again, who would you eat with cream off of their booty? Nia Jax or Bayley?
Both.
Yeah, man.
Both.
I can't lie.
Hey.
I would do both too.
Hey, both. Both. Shoot. Add Sasha to the mix too. Add all of them.
Oh, hell yeah. Jamie, I'm saying versus Nighthawk. Nighthawk is James from the old man from Heel Check.
Jamie said Bayley. Oh, okay.
Yes, Bayley all day. I mean, I am a hugger.
Yeah.
I'll play the big story. She can play my little spoon.
Right. But so this prompted everything. Them backstage saying that this prompted Sasha Banks, because they're talking backstage in their backstage interview after the match. Well, actually, no. This prompted Beth Phoenix to show that she still got it, and then the crowd is chanting, "You still got it." I mean, she never lost it. She still looks the same as she did when she was still wrestling.
Yo, Andrew, what's up? Hey, Anthony, what do you think about a last grandpa standing match? Herbert the Pervert versus the old Grandpa James.
So after that, the announcers confirmed Dean Ambrose versus Drew McIntyre in the last man standing match. And then we have, I think, the second to last inductees of the Hall of Fame this year, the Hart Foundation, not the Hart Foundation, with Owen Hart and Brian Pillman and Stu Hart.
I don't know about Brian Pillman being a Hart member.
But WWE cannot induct him because his wife still blames WWE for his death.
Which one, Pillman or Owen Hart?
Owen.
Okay. Now, I forgot that Pillman was a Hart member. So was Davey Boy and British Bulldog.
Right, but Brian Pillman's son is with MLW, so can't really do nothing about that.
Right.
So they just inducted Bret Hart and the late great Jim the Advil Neidhart.
Now, Bret's a two-time Hall of Famer. Is Jim also going to be a two-time Hall of Famer?
I think so. I think probably Natalya will be accepting that on his behalf.
Yes, the British Bulldog, he was a beast back in the Attitude Era.
Yep.
I mean, the British Bulldog will make John Cena look like a pussy.
We have this horrible segment of Moment of Bliss next. Horrible segment of Moment of Bliss. I mean, I thought I did when I didn't see the actual setup of Moment of Bliss. I thought that Alexa Bliss was actually wrestling. But I got played. I was like, ugh. And then, oh, how they have messed up Braun Strowman.
Now, we all knew that they were going to bring those two guys in the ring with Braun Strowman.
Yeah, we already knew they wasn't going to do that. But, oh, how they have messed up with Braun Strowman. Yeah, I understand he got injured, but still. You don't mess up Braun Strowman like this. Like Isaac said earlier, Braun deserves better.
Yeah, he does deserve better, and he's not really a comedy act. He's more of a
Well, he was a Rosebud before ever becoming a Monster Among Men. He was a Rosebud.
Yeah, but so was Becky Lynch.
Yeah, so was Becky, so was Zelina Vega.
I mean, they're doing them so much better than they're actually doing the guys that can actually destroy Brock Lesnar.
Is Braun the new Big Show? I don't think so, because they pushed Big Show when he was still wrestling.
Yeah, but that's what they end up doing with all the big guys. They end up making them look like a joke.
Right. Next we have Apollo Crews versus Baron Corbin again. But this time Baron Corbin won with the End of Days, and then after the match, he hit another End of Days.
And yet, they're burying another individual.
Man.
Like they're doing Kofi. They're just burying talent.
Yeah. Seth Rollins is out now for his promo. He starts going on about how people inspired him when he was younger, like Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Ric Flair, and Evil, and his past rival, Triple H. He says Brock does not inspire him. He says John Cena inspires people.
Right. Okay, is it just me, or I guess, okay, is it just me, or the fact that I enjoyed the fact to listen to Seth Rollins promo while he was on mute? I got more enjoyment not hearing the promo, because most of the promos that they've been popping off with, the only one that actually had a good promo or decent one was Roman Reigns.
Right. But still, Seth was just pointing out the obvious, like, Brock with the title is just useless. Because the title is not on Raw like it was. I mean, with Roman, for that short amount of time, he was actually just giving out title matches each week. But then the leukemia came back, and then he had to relinquish the title.
Later, Jamie. Good night.
All right, man. Herbert's dead. This prompted Paul Heyman to come out and do his usual stick. And then while he was walking back up, he actually got scared when he saw Rollins walking up, and he said, "I'm just an advocate."
I thought Paul Heyman shit himself. And to answer Ralph, no, you're not the only one. I was actually hoping that they were going to have a rematch with Kurt Angle and the Prototype. We all know it's John Cena.
Right.
Which would have been amazing, because John Cena started with Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
And it would have been awesome for him to finish with Kurt Angle.
But that means they probably would have had to bring out John Cena in tights again. which we would have been cool with. I mean,
I
he
mean,
did. Kurt Angle did beat him, but John Cena earned the respect of Kurt Angle that day. So it would be fitting for John Cena to send Kurt Angle off.
right. I mean, you don't have to put John Cena as a prototype, but I mean, it would still be that same individual sending off the last of an era.
Right.
It would be like an end of an era with like the Undertaker and Triple H kind of thing.
Well, Undertaker is still wrestling. He's coming back for the Saudi Arabia event.
And that man needs to stay retired, to be quite honest.
He is not retired right now. I mean, he's taking a break, but he's coming back for the Saudi Arabia events. Sting recently said the only man he will actually come out to have a match, come out of retirement for, to have a match with, is The Undertaker. That is Sting's dream match, and I think they will probably do that match when Undertaker actually says he's done, and then they just have a farewell tour, and then probably at Mania of next year, probably they will have Sting versus Undertaker, with them giving the story more time to build and the guys to actually train and get ready for this match. But then again, I could be wrong.
Yeah, they might just want to throw it together because they don't give a right guy.
Right. So we have Samoa Joe versus Kurt Angle next. Kurt Angle wins with the pin out of nowhere after Samoa Joe has him in the coquina clutch.
I mean, TNA did that better.
And then we have Triple H. We have Triple H out. Not going through the whole.
Can we just step over Triple H? I mean, that was weak sauce.
Yeah, but I gotta say this. So it's gonna be Triple H versus Batista. If Triple H loses, then he will no longer be competing in the WWE ring. His career will be over.
I mean, I'd rather listen to the Spice Girls sing their song. Whatever it is wrong.
Right. We have the main event. Before I get to the main event, they did announce that next week it will be a 6-man tag match with Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair versus the Riot Squad.
Yeah, I mean, it feels alone still works for WWE because there's a lot of tag matches.
I mean, yeah. Last man standing match, we had Dean Ambrose versus Drew McIntyre. Good match. Nothing interesting happened. Same thing happened. Drew McIntyre hits the Claymore kick and Dean is out for the 10 count. Drew McIntyre wins. And he celebrates as Raw go off the air.
So, basically you're saying the main event is like a sex fight? Not non-existent?
Right. So, at this point, it does really look like that Dean is out the door, but we do not know for sure until it actually happens, because his contract does end at the end of April.
So it ends at the end of April. Why? Who's not to say that WWE is going to throw us a bone the night after WrestleMania?
Who knows? I mean, we do not know right now. I mean, people are starting to believe that it's a work, but his contract does end at the end of April. He hasn't re-signed yet.
Or if he has, no one said anything.
We have our first ever, well, not really first ever. They really need to stop with these first ever, but we have the women's pay-per-view, the women's match going last as the main event. And
Hold on for a second. They never said the women's match going last. They said the women's match is main evented.
yeah.
How many main event things do they have? Because sometimes they have a main event in the middle of WrestleMania.
No, the actual they said the main event of WrestleMania is going to be Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch, but it really took Ronda for y'all to make this the main event.
Yes, I understand that, but they also told Kofi Kingston he was going to be in a three-way match on Fastlane, right?
Yeah, so I don't know. They could be trolling us, and then they actually make Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar the main event. But I don't know.
All right. I don't know what to say about that either. All right, and then put your fingers back in your pocket. What's in his back? I can't tell Herbert what to do, damn it. That's between you, Eli, and him.
That's not between me. Ralph said he's surprised no one chanted TNA for Joe and Angle's match.
Well, the fact that they didn't chat Joe's gonna kill you.
Yeah, they didn't chant that either. Ralph says about Dean Ambrose, he could be holding out for more money. And then he said it.
Or they could be just going back to the attitude kind of story and just holding off and not telling anyone.
Right. Then he said they said that the women's match is closing the show. So yeah. But they also said that Kofi was going to be in the main event, Fastlane. But they ended up giving that to Mustafa Ali. Bad by WWE. Mustafa Ali got booed, and then they chanted Kofi the whole time during the match.
Oh yeah.
That was not a good way to do that.
I mean, my favorite pay-per-view, I guess so far this year, it's kind of biased, is Elimination Chamber because I was there.
Yeah.
Now, we're done with Monday Night Raw. Do you have any questions,
Donovan.
Somebody said, first question, do you think that Kofi versus Daniel Bryan should be the main event?
I mean, Kofi did. It's been 11 years, so I think Kofi does, and Bryan does. They do have that.
It's a WWE Championship. I think that's the main event over the women's title.
And the Universal title.
Because it's the original.
Yeah. And plus, you got two guys that's been with WWE, that's been on the top of WWE for a while, and then they fell off, and now they just getting back on top. And
yeah, because Daniel Bryan, who was around in the early 2000s.
Yeah. So both of them deserves the right to main event. So, but the hype has been built around this triple threat between Ronda, Charlotte, and Becky. But really, the hype is dying. Let's put it out there. The hype is dying about this match.
Right. Hey, Donovan, I have a match I want to pick from Resolution.
Ralph said, and they're changing his name just to Ali. Yeah, they did change Mustafa's name just to Ali. And then Drew Gulak said he will be changing his name to Adele. So, and he actually changed his Twitter to that.
Wait. Drew Gulak changed his name to who?
Adele. Adele.
Like that big woman who sings from British?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Donovan, can we have Herbert versus Nighthawk at Resolution? No. Why not? We're not gonna have a senior citizen match. I mean, I wanted to have a last grandpa standing. You can't tell me that all sounds good.
How does this work? No.
What? A bottle of painkillers on a pole mat? No, a bottle of
kill yourself.
Eva. Hey, Eva. I can get it up now.
I swear, if Family Guy ever needs somebody to cast for Herbert, y'all will be the main two they call.
Hey, Eva. Would you like to play with my pickle?
You sound like Danny. You sound like young Herbert. Danny, you sound like young Herbert. Donovan, you sound like old Herbert.
Oh my God! Would you like to come down to the basement and play with the popsicle? I got 14 flavors, including green. Man, Rob.
I ain't saying
That would be awesome. Nikki Cross versus Asuka.
Nikki Cross has been teasing that, but she also has been teasing about playing with Alexa Bliss.
Either one would have been awesome. Well, Alexa Bliss isn't just wrestling, though.
No, I think she's still, well, she's not injured, but they are still very high on these because Alexa Bliss did suffer a concussion.
Yeah. Damn, Buddy Murphy gotta be more gentle.
And so did Stacey Irwin Jr. Well, he had a concussion scare, and then that prompted him to just ask for his release. After that concussion scare. Then Ricardo Miller, the person that they just signed, asked for his release.
So she got a concussion by hitting the head switch too many times?
No, it was a concussion scare, but he really didn't get a concussion, but I guess he was so frightened about that he asked for his release. But WWE gave him some time to actually think about it before he goes with it.
I was talking about Alexa Bliss.
Oh, no, she really did suffer a concussion.
Oh, okay. I thought she suffered a concussion from hitting the head switch too many times.
She really did suffer concussion, and then she had to be out for a while. But she is back, but she hasn't been cleared to compete on screen just yet. But on live house shows, she has been wrestling.
Big tag matches.
Yeah.
I told you Alexa Bliss was too short for that. I told you to take it easy, man. Just because. Alright, any more stuff from the peanut gallery? Nope.
No, nothing else?
No, the big question. Alright, right now everybody's talking about Kofi. Kofi Mania.
Oh yeah, WWE dropped the ball. They have been advertising that match all on Twitter. So they saying did WWE just spoil that match?
I mean, you know what's really stupid? I heard someone, I forget where I heard it this week. It was on someone's live. They called it Kusta Kingston. I'm like, really? That's jacked up in so many different ways.
Right. Can we get, Really, where is Nikki Cross? She hasn't been showing up on TV. We know she's been showing up on house shows, as Donovan told me. She's teaming with Lacey Evans, which that would be like a really good tag team.
She's teamed with Natalya, Lacey Evans.
Nah, but I'm just saying, well, not Natalya anymore, because Natalya is with Beth Phoenix. So, throw that out of there, but her and Lacey Evans would be, yeah. But her with Lacey Evans, that would be a really good tag team.
Hey, now that we know that the Hart Foundation is going into the Hall of Fame, do you think that Natalya is going to bring her +1 in her purse? What was his name? Tyson Kidd?
Well, I think, yeah, probably Tyson Kidd will be on stage when Natalya accepts the award.
No. I never said on stage. I said she's going to put him in her purse and carry him like a little dog.
Oh.
Look, she's a cat lady, not a dog lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in other words, she's going to neuter him and cover his balls in her purse.
Right next to Herbert carrying Imai. Go kill yourself. Tell Imai to lay
I just go to the corner for 60 minutes.
60 minutes? All I need is 2.
You know what? I got something worse than Herbert, Danny.
What, Crispert?
Yep. Christopher Clarkson.
Oof. That's ugly.
No comment.
I mean, you might see those ugly, wrinkly balls.
You can eat your heart out, Danny.
Yeah, it's okay.
I got something you can eat. Strawberry fruitcake.
Danny, why you sounding like a robot?
Danny, I don't want to eat any sausage out of your booty.
I sound like a robot?
Yeah, you sound like a robot just now.
Transformers, more than the eye.
Transformers, more than me,
Transform and roll out. So, Imai, you want to get to these final thoughts? You get the hell up out of here.
Yeah, what's your final thoughts? I don't have any.
My final thought is Imai. Just because this is using swallow.
You still sound like a robot, Danny.
He said just because Herbert tells you to spit, not swallow, doesn't mean he doesn't mean swallow.
Ralph says, with the Hall of Fame, am I the only one who finds it funny that Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, and Booker T all being 2-time Hall of Famers at the same time?
I mean, it's not wrong. There's a lot of other guys that could have put in.
I mean, if Owen Hart wife would have stopped being better, then the Hart Foundation would have included the Owen Hart in.
I wonder if David Boy Smith isn't going to be that dad.
Probably if MLW has a Hall of Fame ceremony and they want to induct Owen Hart, I think his wife will actually let them induct him.
Well, he might have tonight. Mr. Robot is gone, and Herbert says, don't forget, kiss the man.
Oh, shut up, Herbert. Go eat the meat and go get a bow tie.
I could have said it better myself. Later, guys.
Later, Danny. Alright, I ain't got no final thoughts. My final thoughts
Yeah.
are that, my final thoughts are Imai looks like Imai and Booker T have the same hairstyle.